I'm your host, Logan23, and you're joining me for Rake and Recluse, Chapter 14. Francine, you're leaving for London in a matter of hours, so you've taken to the halls for a farewell. Gideon says we'll be back, but I can't help but feel like I'm leaving a favorite foster home. Skim your fingers along the walls when you catch on something strange. You bend to examine the wall carved in wood as a twilight and sunset. There's a seam in the wood here, a secret panel. I'll bet it pulls open, slides open, pushes open, pushes open. Press on the panel, but nothing happens. Wait a minute. Your jaw drops as realization strikes. You run through the halls, ducking your head into every room. Gideon! You round a corner and collide hard into the man himself. Francine, what's the matter? Grab his hand and drag him off. You bring him to a halt in front of the wooden panel. I should show him. Look, you push here. You lay your fingers against the carvings of the sunrise. And here. Your fingers find the sunset carving. You press both at the same time and the wall gives in and swings open. Gideon's jaw drops. How did you... You need to press both at once for the door to unlock. Sunrise and sunset. You point to the carving. Gideon's brow furrows. I see a sun, but makes it a sunset. See the constellation in the middle? That's the Big Dipper, and... You trace the constellation to the right of star, set between the two suns. That's the North Star. So this sun is on the right. It must be a sunrise in the east, and the one on the left must be a sunset in the west. His jaw drops. He shakes his head in amazement. You are brilliant, aren't you? You blush. Well, then, shall we? Together you push through the panel and step into a massive room. Silk curtains cover the high windows, allowing the barest light to illuminate the space. Gideon, look at this. Gideon looks over from his examination of an old portrait and joins you at the window. The others are covered in curtains, but this one... A dark look comes over his face. The window is barred with wooden planks. He wiggles his fingers behind the board, yanks. Light comes streaming in as the board crashes to the floor. I should ask if he knows where we are. Ask why the window was boarded. Ask if this is where he keeps the bodies. Oh, well, do you see any bodies? No, okay. Ask if he knows where we are. Do you know what this place is? I have a suspicion. He gives the boarded window one more dark look. Come, see this. He leads you to a far corner loaded with books. This was my mother's. Place a gentle hand on his shoulder. He looks up from the inscription to examine the room as a whole. I thought this place was a dream. You do recognize it, then? It was our mother's room. Before she was taken. You rein in your gasp. You can see Gideon in distress. You don't want your own shock to make things worse. She used to sit on the bed and read to us. Bront Austen Doyley. You would have liked her. Gideon gives you a brief, sad smile, then darkness settles over his features, and he looks away. And one day I came to see her, and she was leaning out, far out over the railing. Oh, Gideon. You want to reach out to him to comfort him, but something in his demeanor makes you quail. He looks so forbidding, so unattainable. I ran to my father. His eyes cloud over with remembrance. He was so angry, pulled her in and had the balcony blocked. She wailed all night. Let's go with for cruelness. Why would your father do such a thing? This place obviously brought her comfort. He was protective. He sensed what I did not. That she was in danger to herself. Gideon nods tightly. He sent her to Bedlam. Not a week later, he said it was to protect her from herself. She never came back from that place. You see the pain in Gideon's eyes and your throat burns. I am so sorry. I wish I had done more for her. He clearly blames himself. I should tell him it wasn't his fault. You were only a child, Gideon. That may be, but it wasn't your responsibility. You seem to think that the whole world rests on your shoulders, but it doesn't. Not even I am your responsibility. I'd prefer to be your partner. A partner? He looks confounded by the idea. You smile at him. Yes, someone to share things with to ease the loneliness. His expression clears. I think I would like that very much. Warmth floods you from your head to your toes, and you feel surer of Gideon than ever before. He understands me. He knows I need to be free. I should kiss him. Just give him your hand up his chest and rest them atop his broad shoulders. Getting on your tiptoes, you press a warm, chaste kiss to his lips. As you pull back, he stares at you in wonder. Thank you, Francine. This room is filled with memories, but they are not all painful. It is a bit like having her back, a piece of her, anyway. You think of your father's journal and nod. I understand. You look around the room again, ever dark and covered in dust. It's a beautiful space. You take the book that Gideon had been looking at from the shelf. It's Wuthering Heights. Quickly find your favorite passage and read aloud. He's more myself than I am. Whatever our souls are made of, his and mine are the same. You look up from the page to find Gideon watching you intently. Without a word, he takes the book from your hands, sets it up on the shelf, and presses it in close. Gideon, Francine, I'm going to kiss you. I should protest, but only a little. Allow him. A lock of hair has fallen in front of Gideon's eyes. You reach up and tuck it tenderly behind his ear. Then kiss me. Francine, this is not normal. This should not be happening to me. What, love? It happens. Okay? It does. Before you arrived, my life was beyond control, ordered, yet set, simple, decided. And you are complicated, irresistible. Your lips crash together in strength and softness, as begging yours to open to him. He pushes you until the back of your knees bump against the bed. You both collapse onto the mattress, Gideon still leaning over you. I've never seen him like this, so possessive, so... Gideon, we have to be sensible. If we don't stop now... Lay your hands on me. The note of command in his voice sends a shiver up your spine. Warmth pools in your stomach. It can't mean what I think he means. You lay a shaky hand on his knee. No. You draw your hand back quickly, but he catches your wrist. Pulls you closer and spreads your thighs. On your knees. I should reluctantly refuse. We can't, Gideon. I know you. You'd regret it. He's nodding, looking away from you with a distant and closed expression. I hope he doesn't hate me for this. I want to. I can't tell you how much I want to, but... He looks like he's about to submit, to walk away, leaving you both unsatisfied. But then, he hauls your mouth up to meet his. Soon he's got you on your back, on the floor, tongue and lips working feverishly at your throat, moving lower and lower until he's rocked up your skirts. I should lay back and enjoy the ride. Stop him before he goes any further. You push your skirts down, denying him access. He looks up at you, face flushed. I hate to do this, but we can't. The heat in his eyes gradually gives way to disappointment, and then acceptance. After a moment, he nods and sits up. We really do need a chaperone. He shakes his head, and you can't help but giggle. Aww. I thought I would go a little further. Like, okay, let's go. We've got to be to London. Let's get out of here before I rectify the situation. With that being said, I hope you all did enjoy the video. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Head down the description below. Links to social media, our Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. Without further ado, stay tuned for Chapter 15 or any other videos. And until next time, stay well, stay awesome, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace!